Guys, I'm back. Guess who's back? It's me. Your one and only me. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Hey everybody. Not gonna be here too long. But yeah. Okay, very good. Alright guys. Well, here we are once again. Yeah, I'm finally back after not streaming one time. Say good boy, Saturn. Yo, it's a me, Mario. Mario, if he was German and not as cool. Yo, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm back, and I'm happy to be back because I got sick, and I may still sound a little weird. But yeah, I'm back now, and I'm happy to be here. I forgot to bring in my GameCube. Hey, you know, working but all good. Very good to hear. You know, whatever. I cleaned my GameCube. The parts that I ordered to clean, to open it up and clean it out, like an air duster and stuff like that. It all came, and I opened it up and cleaned it. And now I have a clean GameCube, and I just cleaned all my electronics. You know, the PlayStation 4, N64, stuff like that. I had a weird problem with the N64 where it would just constantly crash. Found out it was a weak connection between the PSU, the power supply, and the console itself. I managed to fix it, so now we have fixed 64. Yeah. But yeah, today, this is part 4 of making manga. And while I was gone, I still worked on a ton of manga. But yeah, I'm feeling great. Hope everyone else is doing well. And yeah, we're just going to get right into it. And I did order some GameCube games from Bai, the sponsor of today's video. I ordered like Resident Evil, Wind Waker, Smash Brothers Melee, and Mario Kart Double Dash. Just a few. And they're all Japanese. So, yeah. Anyways, I sketched these pages yesterday. Alright, and I'm going to ink them today. I'm going to finish inking them. And then when I'm done inking these, I am going to return to them and not return to them. I'm going to continue making more pages. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So, yeah. Anyway, what's been going on since I was gone? I can't remember anything that really happened while I was not streaming. Aside from all the GameCube parts coming. I mean, I got a screwdriver, air duster, and a memory card. That's about it. Follower goal met. 60 followers already, mate. Okay, I don't have the Twitch readout, so I can't read your name. But thank you for the follow. Tammy Kennedy. Very good username. Thank you very much for following me. Every follow means a lot, and we just, as you can see here on screen, we reached our 60 follower goal. This goal was not set by me. This goal was not set by me, but it's here now. So, but thank you. Thank you for following. It means a lot, and every follow is appreciated. So yeah, thank you. And I hope you enjoy. I always go through the same rigmarole every time someone follows, and I always say the same things, but it's true. I do appreciate every person that follows. And if you also happen to enjoy what I'm doing, then that makes me extra happy. Okay, give me 1 second here. That was the desktop audio. I didn't mute. Nice clip right there. Y'all suck. You know, y'all are picking on a sick person here. I'm very sick right now. Ugh. Okay, I need to take off this sweater. It's hot as hell. I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting for a fart. Yeah. Oh. Bro. Yeah, just like Saturn said here. Like, bro, come on. Just like, come on, man. That's not something that you say. You don't do that. Hi, I'm your new assistant. You know, I haven't seen any of your art, though. Hey, I just came across your stream, and I really like your art style. How long have you been creating pieces like this? Well, this is comic pages. And that kind of seemed, I don't know, not to be rude, but that sounded like a botted message, maybe? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just really bad at reading chat. Type a 1 in the chat if you're not a bot. Because we get a lot of these bots being like, hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Also, I've been playing Team Fortress 2 with my brother. The multiplayer, you know, we joined the same server at the same time and play together and stuff like that. Team Fortress 2 is a really fun game. Like, I don't know what else to say. It is a really fun game. I like it. And now me and my brother are just constantly doing the lines from the game. Just like, gentlemen. And, what else we got? I'm running circles around you. You know, there's so many good lines in TF2. I love the voice acting in TF2. It's great. If you haven't played it, you should. If you're interested in stuff like that. Gotta love TF2. Yeah. Wow, this was so excited, lol. Yeah, that's gotta be a bot, right? Maybe. Maybe not. December of 2025, okay. Anyways. Yeah, how's everybody been, you know? Like, you know, I didn't stream on Friday because I didn't feel like it. Not that I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel great. And stuff. So, yeah. All right, let me think. I want to do like this weird background for this here. Let's do a parallel line. Like, that's cool. That just blends in perfectly. Beautiful. I think if we just go with this one and have that be the background. Oh, and I'm not telling you context for what any of this means. So, you'll just have to wait till the full release when the manga comes out. But yeah, I did order the games, so should be. I mean, they're being shipped directly from Japan. They are Japanese games being shipped to me from Japan. And then I realized, wait a minute, I don't know Japanese. So for the past like 3 days, I've been doing nothing but practicing with hiragana. And let's just say, I can read characters. I can't read the word. Sometimes I'll read a word like Sakura and be like, oh, that's that word. That's that thing. I know what that is. And then, you know, of course. But I can read some characters. Like, not saying that I'm fluent. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But I am saying that I can read some things and understand way less. But I guess it's good to know the alphabet first before you learn how to read the Oxford Dictionary of psychology, right? So, yeah, I'm learning some stuff. I'm big brain now. And I can now navigate the GameCube menu without any help. Without any help from translation. And I was running around, and yesterday I was playing Animal Crossing, and I turned it to Japanese just so I could see some more of the language. I know this is a real weeb thing to do, but that is something that I am not. I'm not. I got scammed into buying a Japanese GameCube in Europe, and I'm just rolling with it. And you know, it's good to know more languages, right? It's good to know that. Because that stuff is genuinely helpful. Hi, hey Schnitzel. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. The full name is too long to say. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think learning Japanese, being like, oh, I gotta learn Japanese so I can understand these games, is that a weeb thing to do, or is that like a Yeah, you bought a Japanese GameCube in Europe and didn't know that it was a Japanese GameCube in Europe, so now you're rolling with it. Because for me, it's the second one, because that's the truth. But I'm not interested in learning Japanese, so I don't know. Oh, I've got a lot of viewers? I don't know. I can't see. I can't see the YouTube numbers. But we do have a few people that I can see here. 4. Oh, 4. That's more than none, let's just say. But it's good to be back. I'm really happy. It says on mine you have 2 viewers. I don't know why. 3, 2 again. You know, I think we have like a spam bot account. Tammy, on Twitch, if you are a bot, type 2. If you are not a bot, type 1. I expect it within the next 2 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. Now it's 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, there's just someone on Twitch that keeps going, wow, man. Maybe they're being nice. Maybe they're being nice. And actually a real person behind there. But for the most part, okay, it is a real person. Maybe. I don't know, I've had bots come in, and they're real, you know, I used to moderate a Twitch streamer, and bots would constantly come in, and they would, you know, get into arguments with the streamer over, I'm not a bot, when clearly they're using like all the M dash and everything that you know, the telltale signs of AI bot, not AI, bot. Just one question. Have you watched the anime called The Darwin Incident? I've seen the manga on the shelf a lot. I have seen The Darwin Incident on shelves in local bookstores quite a bit. But I never picked it up because it was always like $20 for a tiny little volume. And I'm like, brother, that is insanity. But yeah, I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it or read it. Yo, welcome in, everyone. Because I love it, and Spy Family, of course. I almost said Spy X Family, like a cringe lord. Yeah, I like Spy Family too. I've read that, and I've watched the anime. It's pretty good stuff, you know. It's just I've become more of a manga reader lately. You know. And also, I don't have, you know, if I'm sitting down to like watch a movie or something, I would much rather use that time to go like play a game with a story that I'm already invested in and I really like. Not that I hate movies or shows, but just the fact that there's a story that I already like a lot. Are you planning to add hair on the forehead? No. This is not a forehead. I mean, technically there is a forehead, yes. But... this is like a mask that's being worn. I was going to say, if you've read the script, which I know none of you could, because that is not publicly released yet. I may release it as like a, hey, here's how my manga script goes together. Oh, a mask. I'm new here, by the way. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. Because now it says 78 viewers. No way it says 78 viewers on my stream. That's... you are pulling my leg. You are trolling. The cross-hatching is great. I recommend you make it straighter. I've been cross-hatching for years. That just because I've been doing it a long time doesn't mean I'm right. But this is like a bent mask. It's like this. The mask planes go like this. You see, it is a curved mask. On Twitch, I think Saturn Duck just means like on Twitch or on YouTube, 78 viewers. I would be happy to watch your next stream. Well, you're watching my stream now. So, Tammy, are you an artist? Or are you like an artist or anything like that? Do you draw? Because you're here on an art stream, and I would guess that, you know, mostly artists watch art streams. But not always, right? Not always. There's always, non-artists. 6 people. It keeps saying higher numbers like 80, and it quickly drops to 6 or 4. Like something low. But I don't know. It must be YouTube then. Yeah, not always. I was just saying. I just wanted my cheese. Okay. I was just saying. A lot of the time, artists watch other artists because they are the only people. They are the only people who can bear to watch other artists. But you know what? Point invalidated. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I was wrong. Move on. See, I'm the first YouTuber to say, hey, I was wrong. Thank God it hasn't said 67 viewers yet. Twitch is lagging for me too. 67. 67! It's so funny! I hate the 6-7 meme. That's not even funny. Like, 3-year-olds laugh at that. If you've laughed at that, that's fine. I don't care. But 3-year-olds laugh at 6-7 jokes. I've looked it up. It does not even mean anything. Yeah, be careful. I have full power to make you do Yoshi's voice again. Last time you made me do Toad. Someone made me do Toad. I think it was on the frickin' Mimi collab stream. It was the Mimi Chair collab stream where I did the Toad, and nearly killed my voice for that whole day. But I also have a cold, so I can say no. Yeah, I'm an artist, but I'm not that good at it, and it would be happy to gain some experience from you. I have... Oh, that was you. That was you. Bro, stop with the 6-7 jokes. Whatever, let chat go. It's fine. They're just trying to rage bait. I have a Discord server. So if you go to my YouTube channel, Tammy, you can find my Discord server. And you can join that. We talk about art and stuff like that. I'm not opening freaking Discord right now on my computer because we all know how this computer is. We all know that this thing likes to explode on a daily basis. Or draw a Pokemon. Draw a Pokemon, that would be easy. Not easy, because I'm kind of out of loop with Pokemon, modern Pokemon. But I think I could do it. Domer meme is also so weird. Like the Domer sound itself is funny, but why on the checklist meme? Like the original episode for Dahmer meme, I have no clue what any of you are talking about. I really don't know. Listen, I have the mind of an old person. I don't know what y'all are ever talking about. Ka. It's Pikachu! Who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu! It's Clefairy! No! That was kind of funny one. I found that to be a funny meme. Dahmer. It was Bart from The Simpsons. Babysitting... saying Homer. But saying Dahmer. That's the origin. Yeah, I don't know what any of you are talking about. I don't know this meme that y'all are saying. I am out of the loop with memes. Baby Bart. I know The Simpsons. I know The Simpsons. But you know, y'all saying over and over and over. What's your username of Discord so I can add you up and discuss about your experience? That sounds like I went on a bad acid trip one time and you're trying to get my news story. We want to talk and discuss about your experience. Let me see. Fine. I will put my computer on the line here. Let us see. Do we explode? We have a black screen. Gray screen. Let me correct that. Gray screen. Invite to server. Maybe I should put this into my... Wait a minute. There's a... Oh, shit. Whatever that was. Okay, where... Server settings? No. Get me out of here. I also like the German meme with, Walter Frosch. He has cigarettes in the game. The invite link is gone. The invite link is gone? The heavy is dead? Okay, here it is. I guess that's it. The heavy is dead. Why is the heavy dead? Also, he smoked 60 cigarettes a day, but sadly passed away. Jeez. 60 cigarettes a day. That is crazy. Oh, the first football player. Ah, that's why I don't recognize the name. Oh, thank you so much. You're welcome. You didn't know who I mean. No, I don't know. I don't know foosball. I don't know soccer. I don't know sports Period. I don't know sports. I don't speak Spanish. Also, that's also true. I don't speak Spanish. And I don't know anything about sports. I never got into sports. I never really liked sports. I know it's weird. A German, where Fußball is the basically the national sport, at least from the way I see it. And of course I was forced to play it many times. Children on the playground can be quite, of course I was a child at the time too, can be quite insistent that you will play soccer and you will like it, or Fußball. But I never got into sports of any kind. I didn't like it. I didn't get it. I just did not get it. I was like, yeah, you walk around and you kick a ball. What's the big deal? That's probably very insulting to anyone who's a soccer fan. Fußball fan. But I do know... God. I sound like a damn... Nah, it's fine. You're cool. Don't worry. He may hate soccer. But this guy's kind of cool. No, I know what you mean. God, I sound like a Metal Gear character or something. It's like... Whenever I have a cold... Of course you are. I'm making jokes. But... I think the insulting is you calling it soccer instead of Fußball. Yeah, I know, but we have... Maybe we have some American... Do you at least know Ronaldo or Messi? And if yes, who's better in football, in your opinion? I don't know anything about Messi or frickin' Ronaldo, but I do know their names. I do know that they're soccer players. I've never watched a Ronaldo play. I've never watched Messi play. I've never seen any of them. I know that's very disappointing to some of you. But I don't know anything about any sports. I've watched American football, but still can't get my head around the frickin' the American football science. How it's actually played, what the rules are, and how they make sense. It's not because I don't want to know, it's because I just can't understand it. Same thing with baseball. Same thing with pretty much any sport. I always preferred going off and doing something, if there was like a soccer game on at a relative's house, I never paid attention. I did not care. If they were like, hey, watch it with us, I just kind of sat there like this. And, saw it, but I didn't absorb any of it. And whenever they would get up off the couch and go, yeah, I would just kind of yeah, let's go. I have no clue what's going on here. But that's just me. I probably just insulted every single one of you that likes Fußball, that likes football. I just couldn't get into it. But when I do see Messi or Ronaldo play, I can acknowledge that they are good players. They're very good at kicking those balls around. All of chat just went ultra quiet. Anyways. unpopular opinion, but I dislike baseball and American football. I dislike all of sports. I'm not a fan of any sport. I can't understand any of it. And it's just bread and circuses. Because I'm like, I could either sit here watch sports, or like draw, or read, or do something else. Ugh, please don't take that out of context. Don't worry about it. They will. Don't reply. What are you talking about? Relax. You're not the streamer, I am. I'm the one. You're not the one that needs to live with clips of you blowing your nose and forgetting to turn off the mic. That's me that's gotta live with that. Really don't. Too late. I already said it. You know what I've noticed lately? All the streams have been getting way more high octane. Not high octane, you know what I mean. And like, more energy going on. Probably because I'm getting more used to being on camera, live on stream. I mean, of course I would be more comfortable with the camera turned off, you know. But y'all wouldn't have anything to look at. Whether that be ugly or whatever. You know, I think when people watch something, they want something to look at that is talking to them. So when I have my face cam and I'm talking to you, I feel like that might be better than just this. Like, just floating nothing. If there was a VTuber model or a PNG tuber, that would be different. But if it's just like empty or whatever. Yeah, I know that that's what Ronaldo is known for. And I remember back in like 2018, there were just, you know, like 10-year-olds running around being like, see, all the time. And I was like, what are you doing? And then I found out what it was. And I was like, oh, okay. It's soccer stuff. Of course, in Germany. Okay. I liked your mushroom tuber. Yeah, I like it too, but my computer doesn't, so I have to listen to what the computer says. If I had a more powerful PC, though, then you know I would have a VTuber model. A full tracking VTuber model, you know, with the whole, the face go in, and the back and forth movement. You know I'd have that going. But, you know, that's why I'm making this manga here, to do that contest. Because one, I had this story in my head and I could not get it out. It did not want to leave. I asked it many times and it did not want to. But then it did, then yeah. So then I was like, okay, I got that story. And then the contest came up and I was like, okay, I'll do the story in the contest. So now here I am doing this. You can hypnotize a German by waving a football in front of their face. Is this true? Is this true, guys? You can hypnotize a German by waving a football in front of their face? Why am I an artist watching another artist draw if I could just draw? I don't know. I don't have the answer to that, brother. I don't have the answer to that one. But that's what I was saying. I was like, are artists the only ones who can stand watching other artists on like live or anything else? I guess you're still here because of the sick jokes that I've been cracking. Drawing is really cool. Yeah, I love drawing. You know, this is like a daily thing that I need to do. Because I have that constant vision in my head that I want to put down. Like a dog. That I want to put down on paper and you know, it just won't leave me alone. So I could stand watching a grown man drawing for 24 hours. Are you referring to me or someone else? Must be someone else. Okay, I kind of want to bring these eyes up just a little bit because he's looking up. You. I mean, I don't stream for 24 hours. Have him look up just a little bit. Okay, I feel like this one eye needs to be brought down just a little bit. Need to pivot it. There. Tilt it. That's what I meant. Tilt. Okay. Is that a controller? Is the controller the masked guy? Oh, I know what you mean. No. This is completely unrelated. No, I did not literally. I didn't mean literally, though. Yeah. I know what you mean. But, well, at least someone finds me at least bearable. At best. At best. No, we're not there yet, brother. Don't spoil anything, though. If you wanted to really tell me something that's spoilery to the story, which you know, next time, message me on Discord directly, because I have my phone right here, and I am taking messages all the time. Okay, sorry. It's good. You didn't give anything away. Nobody will understand what any of it meant. But it's good. It's good. It's good. There's something up with this. I think the hair needs to be a little bit longer. Here, like that. Just a little bit. I can say, and I can confirm, that the switch from traditional to digital manga making has been a really good one, like a good switch. It's gone smoothly, you know, there's no hiccups along the way that I've had so far. Yeah, it's been going great. I really love working on digital now that I'm here. It's better for my posture, it's better for my back, for my neck, everything, you know. So, oh, and if you're wondering how I did these flowers, do you want to know how I did these flowers? Do you want the effect to be ruined? Because I can do that. I can ruin the effect. I'm not going to. Line art. I think I'm just going to do... Yeah, both. Yes, please ruin it. Okay. So basically, this is a flower brush. You can see here. But the thing is, this flower brush, I drew this flower by myself. Why is it so low resolution and so small? See, I drew this flower, and then I turned it into a brush that I could use to copy paste, you know, flowers everywhere. So this is a real flower that I drew, but I just, you know, save 1,000 hours on not drawing every individual flower. There are individual flowers here if you look, but there we go. We have a very quick way of doing that, and that's one of the good things about digital is you can make a brush that does what you want. Like there's a manga artist who has a hairbrush who just goes like that. Well, everybody should have a hairbrush, at least, like, comb your hair, you nasty ass. But yeah, he like drag and drop, and there's the hairdo. He uses a very complex style. Oh my god, I thought that wasn't possible. It is. Anything's possible digitally. You're cheating. No, I'm not cheating, okay? I'm not cheating. I've already proved myself to be able to do stuff like this, okay? Let me show you. In case you don't know, I am a real manga artist here. And I have created chapters. I just released a new chapter a few days ago. And the thing is, that is the last chapter that will be made traditionally. 4 chapters. If it's in there, it's not cheating. No, that's not true. Let me show you a double page spread that I made. Okay? Traditional artists crying in the corner because they don't have the ability to do that. No, I kind of was like that at first. I was like, oh my god, why are you doing that? That's so awful. It's cheating. But now that I've done it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, why wasn't I doing this earlier? Like, I did this traditionally, okay? This was all done. This was done in 2 days, 3 days. This was done in 3 days, all traditional. There are 0 digital effects on this double page spread. So I don't need to prove to anyone that I can do it. You know, I still do this amount of detail in my manga pages, even digitally. But, you know, doing the flower thing, I'm not drawing. If you knew how many flowers I had to draw, then you would have mercy on my soul for, then you would be saying, oh, okay, then use the flower brush, you know. But all of my manga projects that I've done, they are all traditional, you know, like, there's a double page spread here. Jeez, I don't know. Alright, here's the double page spread that I did for the new chapter. Okay? This was all traditional, except for the screen tones. I'm not rich enough for screen tones. Yeah. This double page spread was done traditionally by myself. All this here, that's all real hatching with a pen. And I used G Pen for these pages. The amount of detail, the amount of details makes me extremely happy. Yeah, I love adding detail, and I'm very particular about exactly what goes where. I'm very detailed in what I need. So I did 4.5 chapters because the second half of chapter 5 is all digital, and I want, when that comes out sometime after I'm done with this, manga, this whole project, I want y'all to try and tell me what y'all thought was, when y'all thought the switch from digital to traditional was. So I did 4.5 chapters of high detail stuff for like 2 years. So I have already proven that I can do it. Like, if I had to do this traditionally, I could draw each and every one of those flowers. It would take me 1,000,000 years. But see, the thing is, I'm on a time schedule here. I only have till March 31st, and that is not 1,000,000 years to do over 40 pages of manga, 50 pages of manga. So I kind of need to step it up and not use shortcuts, but, you know, make it a little easier on myself to make something. But all the other hatching that you see in the rest of this is all done by hand. It's all done by hand. I don't use hatching tools. I don't use a brush to create hatching for me. Like, I hate that. I want full control over my hatching lines. Also, my battery's about to die. It was a nice stream, and you were great with drawing, and I'll probably read your manga, but I'll come back tomorrow if you're streaming that day. I stream on Wednesdays and Fridays at 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. So, every Wednesday and Friday. Except last Friday, because I was sick then. But, yeah. Every Wednesday and Friday. So you can find me here. I'm always here. I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, I'll see you around too. Hope you enjoyed. Let me see here. So I'm not just going to ink these pages. I'm joining the Discord too. Okay, good. Thank you, thank you. Hope you enjoy that as well. You know, we're always active on there now. It wasn't very active at the beginning, you know, a few months ago. But now that there are more people, you know, we have about 40 people, more than 40 people. See, I'm still sick and I sound like crap. You know, so there's a lot of yapping and stuff going on. But yes, thank you. But yeah, the GameCube games that I ordered should be arriving. I haven't gotten confirmation of, oh, we've got it at our warehouse now. We're sending it to you, or anything like that. But I would say, like, roughly, like, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, something like that. Should be coming here. That's like a rough estimate on my part. So we not only need to ink these 2 pages, I also need to sketch 4 pages today. So we're going to be here for a little while. Going to be here for a little while. You know, it was a little bit difficult learning Clip Studio at first because all digital software is, you know, confusing to some degree. And now I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way. I just really love Clip Studio now. This is the best drawing software I've used. And believe me, brother, I've used quite a few. Believe you me. Okay, I'm going to mute and turn off my camera. No, relax, relax. I'm not going away. Jeez, calm yourselves down a little bit. I'm not going away forever. Yeah. Oh, okay. Relax, people. Oh, it seems there are new people in your streams these days. Yeah, there are. And I'm happy about that because more people to talk to is more fun. You know what I mean? So, but welcome in, Kai. I knew you were at the beginning. And you said, yeah, I can't be here forever. See ya. I remember that. But yeah, if anybody wants to redeem the whole draw a Pokemon thing, I'm good here, you know. Speaking of Pokemon, I found out yesterday, I don't know if this is 100% true, but it's what I heard. And you know, everything we hear on the internet is true, apparently. That only 10% of the Pokemon Company's revenue comes from the Pokemon games. That is insane. Only 10% of their revenue. And they've made $98 billion. $98 billion of them from Pokemon in revenue. So only 10% came from the games. The rest is t-shirts and mugs and merch. That's crazy. I never knew that. Like, you would think that the games sell your merches, you will be a billionaire. You want me to make merch? I mean, that would be kind of cringe, like, hey guys, I'm a nobody, buy my merch. I have a t-shirt now, and it's got my face on it. Here's the face you're putting on it. This is the face you're putting on the t-shirt. There we go. And it'll be the live reaction. There we go. That's my new t-shirt line. Yeah, but I would like to do that. That would be cool if I made a t-shirt with like an artwork on it or something or another. You only need sketches and inking, and then you're finished with your manga, right? Yes. Why are you asking? Ha, I just got the best screenshot in the world. Nice. Why, do you want me to do something else? Because this is all we're doing for a while. Until I'm done with this manga, we are only drawing manga on stream. That's all, that's what I'm saying here. Is sketching and inking take less time than storyboard thing? Well, the storyboards, I need to come up with the idea. You know, the concept for the page, like the composition. I need to come up with the composition. Like how I want the scene to be framed and everything like that. But doing the inking and sketching, like just drawing the page is... Okay, we're lagging here for some reason, and I don't know why, but that's okay. Oh wait, I opened Discord. Let me go close it out real quick. But the inking and sketching is a lot easier than coming up with the composition of... Discord, quit running away from me. Than coming up with the composition for the actual page. At least for me. But for this manga, the ideas just kind of flowed naturally. Like, I didn't have to be like, oh, come on, you got to come up with some cool panels here. It just kind of went, and that was it. It just kind of went naturally, and came naturally to me. So, it was a very smooth experience doing this. I'm only having trouble with the final pages, you know, the final few. How to frame a specific scene, and then that's it. Now, I'm not going to say all my page compositions are good, because they're probably not. But they are the best that I could come up with the scenes that I had written. You know, I wrote the scenes, and that's how I imagined them in my head. Imagined the pages looking in my head. Because sometimes when I'm writing, I can just see the full page right there. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how a specific panel, or that's how the whole page is supposed to look. So, overall, I'd say the storyboarding is the most difficult part for me. Because I'm a little dumb. My phone keeps going crazy. Oh yes, welcome Tammy to the Discord server. Yes, I just got the notification that happened. Let me see. Yes, welcome in. Thank you for joining. You know, more people that we have on the Discord server, the more lively it becomes. It's kind of like a room full of people, right? If you have just one person in there, of course, it's not going to be a room full of people, so you need more in there. So then you have, you know, like 2 people in there. Who's Tammy? A YouTube or Twitch? It is a Twitch viewer. You know, if you have, then you bring 2 people in there, and it's like, yeah, that's cool, but there's only a limited amount of conversations that you can have with 2 people in one room. And then, you know, you bring in more people. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it becomes more lively. Oh ho. Yeah, we got people. We got people all over the place. But if there's one thing I can say, this definitely, like, I'm definitely fighting the whole thing to be like, oh, Jesus Christ, this page needs to be absolutely pixel perfect. I'm fighting the perfectionist mindset here and just saying, yeah, that will work. That gets my idea across. I think it'll be fine. I don't need to create my magnum opus here, because this is most likely not it. This is not, you know what? Not most likely. It is not a magnum opus. I am not 78 years old creating my final work. You don't even need to be 78 to make a magnum opus. I don't know what I'm saying. Bro becoming famous. I'm not so sure about that, but people are definitely joining my Discord. I would do daily streams, but the thing is, life exists, and I don't live alone. Wait. Yeah, life does exist, and I have things that I need to do, and, you know, I can't do daily streams. I don't live in my mom's basement type of person. Yeah, you live with Joe. Yeah, I have Joe to take care of and stuff like that. So I can't do daily streams. I, you know, need to look over him and stuff. Jojo, I guess his name. Yeah, I just call him Joe. I just call him Joe for short. I'm like, Joe, what are you doing? Wow, I was so excited with all the logic in your design. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by all the logic in my design? So happy birthday, Joe, was not a mistake to buy. Right, it was not. It was not. That's mainly why I bought it. And also, I needed decorations for stream. Okay, I need to redo this line. It makes his face look a little bit fat. We can't have this mask looking like Big Chungus. Do you know Big Chungus? The oversized cartoon rabbit? Big Chungus. Can't do it because I have a cold. Big Chungus. Yes, Big Chungus is the world famous rabbit Bugs Bunny. Do you guys know that Metal Gear meme? Sorry, I got carried away there with Metal Gear. And Snake, he's always like, DARPA chief, Big Chungus. I can't do a Snake impression because I still have the sickness. I'm feeling great, but I'm still stuffed up. As evident by earlier in the stream. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this manga when it comes out. I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know if it'll be good. You know, I'm making it as good as I can right now. Making the best that I can at the moment with the time that I've been given and the story that I have here. I think I've created something that's good enough. Not just great, it's good enough. It's not just good, it's good enough. Okay, I'm going to switch my camera real quick so I can add the text here, because I want that to be kind of a secret. And now I'm going to save this, and I'm going to save it as the JPEG, because JPEG, you need that for most manga apps and stuff. Alright, now I get rid of that. There we go. Because I had a text bubble with text in it, and I don't want all the text to be leaked. But I've definitely gotten faster at drawing since making this manga, because, you know, doing 4 pages every day, 4 pages inking, 4 pages sketching, and then that just repeats upon itself. It really brought up the speed in which I create pages. And this will also, and the quality of the pages is also not better, but it's, you know, since I have to do this amount of pages in this amount of time, I make sure to make it the best that I can. So, when I return to Saburo, when I return and finish the 5th chapter and hopefully release that shortly after, I will have more experience with the software and with, you know, just overall skill. My skill has, you know, by the time I'm done, probably gone up because of just the sheer amount of work that I'm putting in with this. And the same thing can happen to you. Has this ever happened to you? You too can... upgrade your drawing speed by doing way too much work in way too short amount of time. With a looming time limit. It's like Majora's Mask up in here. Have any of y'all played The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask? That was a good game. I didn't finish it, but I played a ton of it. Yes, well, at least we have one person. I grew up on the N64, and I love that thing. Someone called me old. I was in a Discord call, and I said, oh, you know, I love doing 3D. Because, you know, I was talking about 3D modeling and stuff. I said, oh, I love 3D. I grew up with the N64. And I just absolutely love the way it is and everything about it. And I heard aggressive typing. And then that same person said, God, you must be old. And they're like, well, the N64 came out 30 years ago. It came out in 1996. That was 30 years already. At Deku Kraut, top viewers. What are you talking about? Could anybody on the Twitch side tell me what the hell that's supposed to mean? I have no idea what I'm looking at. I'm like an old person in the 90s being given an Apple II. You know, I don't have very detailed art, so most of the detailing comes in the form of hatching. It's always the hatching, cross-hatching, and stuff that makes my art look good enough. I don't want to say my art is good because you know how I am, but, you know, I feel like my art looks much better with hatching than without. Because it's visual noise that overloads the senses. But so much hatching on one page, you can't even tell what's going on. It's like, I can see something. I can decipher something. I just don't know what that is. Oh, jeez. I should make a new starting soon screen sometime. I would like to do that. Hour and a half. Inking 2 pages in less than 2 hours. It's fairly good. Yeah, but it's also on point for me. And I think I like, you know, go look up the art of Yoji Shinkawa or Metal Gear Solid, okay? The artwork for Metal Gear Solid or Death Stranding. If y'all know the artwork from Yoji Shinkawa, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. I kind of want to go for, you know, for going forward in my style, I want to go for more of that. Like a looser, rougher kind of style, but still visually cohesive, you know. Something that still looks relatively good, but, you know, it's still on the rougher side. Oh, the other day, I was on Instagram, right? Because that's the new platform that I use, rather than X. I do check X occasionally, but not as much. And I saw that Yoko Taro, the creator and writer for the Nier series, like Nier Automata, Nier Replicant, Nier Gestalt, he's working on a Neon Genesis Evangelion show. Like, he's writing one. And I'm like, that is a match made in heaven. Yoko Taro's odd style and ambiguous writing matched with the world and characters of Evangelion. That's going to be amazing. Or it'll flop. Either way. Either way, it'll be cool as hell. I'll watch it. Because I like Yoko Taro's writing and stories and stuff. I love Nier Automata. And yeah, I've been also reading the Evangelion manga. God, I'm still sick and my voice is all fried and all over the place. I've been reading the Evangelion manga, and it's good. Like, I like it. You know, I've never watched the anime, so I can't fully confirm how faithful it is, but I heard that, you know, online, I heard that it was very much a faithful retelling of the story from the anime. By all accounts, it looks to be just that. Okay, next panel. Like, what do we have to work on today? Geez, that is quite a bit of backgrounds. Like, coming up, there's a lot of backgrounds. There's a lot of backgrounds. Jeez. But yeah, I haven't watched any anime lately. Like, if there's anything y'all could recommend, or would want to recommend, then go right ahead. Because I'm open to hear. My ears are wide open. I'm all ears. Alright, let me take this and bring it down a little. Bring it down here. Just a little bit. But yeah, last night I was reading, doing like a Japanese flashcard thing. And I was getting a lot of the words. Like, I did not know what it said, but I could read the sounds. You know what I mean? I could, I knew the characters, but I didn't know the words sometimes. You know, I was like, Sekai. That one was easy. I knew Sekai. That one was easy. And let me think. I'm thinking of how I would write Sekai. It was like... Oh, Jesus. I remember it. It was like something along the lines of like, not this exactly. Then you have Ka, which was that, or whatever, and then He, which is that. So, I kind of remember it. I mean, if I saw it again, if someone wrote Sekai, then I'd be able to read it. If I saw it written somewhere in Japanese, then I'd know what it is. And this does not mean that I'm an ultra weeb. It just means that, you know, I want to learn more languages than just German and English. I want to learn more languages because that's a very important thing. That's a very special thing and a very good thing to know more languages. You know, I grew up speaking German and English, so I don't know any different. So, you know, there's... I just want to learn more languages and stuff, so... I've been getting into Japanese and electronics and friggin' making more manga than I've ever made in my life. Which, you know, saying more manga than I've ever made in my life is not a very good way of saying that. I have barely made manga in my entire life, you know. I'm very, very new to all of this. But, I have made manga before. So, compared to the other projects that I've done, this is the most amount of manga that I've ever made. I still have my original first ever comic or manga sitting around here. Maybe I'll post about it. Oh geez, speaking of post. Alright, time to make one. We're making a post right now on stream. I'm gonna take a picture of this, so you guys know you were here. See, I'm taking the picture. Okay, there's the picture. I'll play like some Subway Surfers for you if you need it. Alright, this will take 5 seconds. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna post that on Instagram, and you guys will be right there when I posted it. So that's good. Let's see here. I'm gonna just put the caption. Sure, add that. Done. Next. I'm gonna add the caption. Working on manga. There we go. With the hashtags of art, obviously. Manga. And then have like artist. For some reason on mobile, Instagram only lets you add 5 hashtags, and that's a little bit weird, but okay. Drawing. There we go. Alright. That's done. Okay. Now just give that a second to upload. I forgot to do a post yesterday and the day not the day before, but and today. So I'm making up for that by doing that live on stream at 4:30. It's only been an hour and 40 minutes. Really? Jeez, okay. This is going surprisingly quickly. I thought I'd been here for like 2, 3 hours, something like that. Nope, turns out just hour and 40 minutes. Well, that's almost 2 hours, but you get what I mean. Just add the neck back here. Oh, it's posted. So if y'all are on Instagram, y'all can go look at it now if you want to. I mean, it's literally just a picture of this here. So it's not like you're going to get much info out of it. Or much appreciation out of it. Okay. Delete the sketch there. Save. Mm-hmm. I'd like to do a Pokemon artwork sometime. Like on stream, like a big one. because I've done Pokemon art on stream before. I think, maybe. But, you know, I want to do some more. Because I feel like that would be very pogtastic indeed. Because people like Pokemon. I was also, speaking of Pokemon, I was watching Pokemon Twilight Wings again, because I remembered the series. It popped into my head again. And I just love the animation. Like, it's not the most amazing animation quality. It is absolutely great animation quality. But the art direction is really what brought it all together. Like, the painterly looking backgrounds and just the lighting, the way everything's lit. It looks beautiful. I love the way Pokemon Twilight Wings looks. I didn't really like it at first because I thought it was a massive departure from what Pokemon was, like this, you know, kid-friendly thing, to more of a more serious type of storytelling. But actually, now that I look at it, I like it. I don't hate it. Because it did something new with something rather stale. And it was only like 8 episodes long, so... Oh, and I do have a title for this manga. I do have a title. I came up with it yesterday or day before. So I'm not ready to announce it just yet, because changes may apply. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be like the final title. And I will do a title reveal in the future. Just say like, yo, this is what it's called. Let's move on to playing like, I don't know, League or something. I've never actually played League of Legends. Just never was interested. I saw it in the grocery store sometimes, like a gift card for it, and was like, okay, that, I guess, but then I just never paid it any attention. Like, I know League of Legends is a massive game with a lot of fans and stuff, and apparently a good show, a really good animated show, you know, in the form of Arcane. But I just never took an interest in it. Team Fortress 2. Yeah, I completely forgot what my point even was. Alright, I'm thinking I could do the whole, you know, the cheat and put just a black void up his sleeve there to show that that is his sleeve indeed. Okay. I think I should do 2 different line art layers for the two different characters. Alright, let's erase that and that there. Another line art layer for this character here. I wasn't going to keep that line, but I think that looks fine now. Fill that in. Like, it's not the fact that it's digital. I think it's just the fact that I doesn't have real risks on the line. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my speed, the fact that I can just do these confident lines and be like, yeah, that's okay. I think it's just the fact that there aren't really high stakes for drawing digitally, you know? So I think that's mainly why I'm able to do this stuff so quickly, because the stakes are not as high. If I were to do all this on traditional, of course it would be way more nerve-wracking, because you know, that's the only one you have, and if you mess up, you need to make another page. And we all know we're not about that now. So, in short, it's the fact that there are no stakes that makes it faster. Patching under the knee here. Jesus. Okay, I think I should take... I already brought those together. I already put all those into one layer. You know what? Never mind. It doesn't matter. just add some hatching here and there for, I don't know, more. For just more stuff in general. I have an idea. We're going to cover up this hand very creatively. You want to see how we're going to do that? Because this both makes sense and it makes sense that his hand would be hiding behind this grass. Then we can work on getting rid of that fat arm of his. There we go, people. This is how you draw. This is how art works. You cheat. You hide things behind layers of grass. It's grass. Grass is the thing that does it, man. But Todd McFarlane, yeah, that's the name. Todd McFarlane did say, if you're doing a comic or a graphic novel or a manga, whatever, and you don't know how to draw something, then just don't draw it. Cover it up with a balloon. Hide the feet in the grass. He gave those examples and was like, if you don't know how to draw it and you're doing this for whatever to be released, then just don't draw it. And see, he's an ultra pro, right? He worked in the comics industry for a very long time. I'm sure if any of you know about Marvel stuff, y'all probably know about Todd McFarlane. So, don't tell me I'm cheating, because he said do it. It's not me, it's him. But yeah, I have, you know, it's little shortcuts. Like, oh, if you don't like how that hand looks, cover it up. If you don't like how this page looks, throw it out. Oh, I don't know if y'all heard that, but my knee cracked because I extended it. That's incredible. Alright, what is this? Okay. Alright. Save. And I think this panel's done. This page is done. Wait a minute, I got an idea. I have final details that I want to put in here. Parallel lines. Boom. Okay. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to take this. Make it like that. Okay, I think that's good. Now we're just going to go in here and erase everything that we don't like to be in here. I think that's the best course of action. Putting him kind of in the foreground and more of a, you know, have that be behind him. See, there we go. That just looked flat and bland, and this has a slight weight to it. Now let's make sure that this all looks good. I think I should add like a little effect here to his... to him looking around. Like that. Wait. Yeah, that's good. Clean that up a little bit here. Okay. I think that's good. I'm just going to save that as the JPEG version. What's the manga about? It's like a dream type of thing. It's a dream. It has a lot to do with dreams. And a lot of it I wouldn't say it happens inside a dream, but it has dream-like elements. Like when it comes out, of course you can read it for free. Thank you very much for joining, by the way. But it has to do with dream-like things. And it's like a journey, a dream journey, because fun fact, I dreamed everything that happens in this manga, okay? I dreamed it. And then I woke up at 4:35 in the morning, and I wrote it down, and then I went back to bed. And I woke up the next morning, I was like, oh crap, I had a dream. So then I went and read it, and was like, that's absolutely crazy. Whatever. Move on. And then, like, 2 years later, which is now, I discover a manga contest, the Kadokawa World Manga Contest, and I decide, hey, I'm gonna enter, and the theme for the manga contest is journey. So I was like, oh great, mate. The manga that I happen to have is about a journey. So then I decided, yeah, I'll just bring back that manga and, you know, make that the thing that I do for the contest. And yeah, that's why I'm here. Damn, that sounds interesting. Yeah, I hope it's interesting when it comes out. I can't even remember what I ate today. Yeah, I'm basically the same, but the thing is, I had just woken up and I was in a daze, basically. I was basically half asleep while writing this down, the quick version, and then I went back to bed and forgot about it. And then when I refound it this year, back in January, I rewrote it, so I built it back up from the ground up, and I just, rewrote the whole thing. I changed some things here and there because, being awake at 4 o'clock in the morning writing down a crazy story is, of course there's going to be weird things, and I had to cut the odd thing or two that weren't important. So, yeah, anyway, what is here, what will be in the manga is basically what I dreamed. Oh no, that's not right. Needs to be extended out like that so it goes beyond the borders. Now this one needs to be, that needs to be the last one. This one needs to be on top. Oh Jesus, that's not good. Okay. This will be page what? 25 already. 25 pages in just a few days. Well, a few days. It's been like 2 weeks. Something like that. Con. Page 25. Yes, that is right. I don't know if I'll be able to sketch all the pages, all 4 of them now, here on stream today. But I would like to. That would be good. Alright, so this is just the 3-tiered with a fade out. Very, very quick. 25 pages in 2 weeks all by yourself is a lot. Yeah, let me see how many exactly, how long I did. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anybody helping me out with any of this stuff. Let's see, the first page was on February 12th. Today's the 25th. So 12th to the 25th. That's almost 2 weeks. Wait a minute, am I right here? 1 week? 2 weeks. Yeah. So almost 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks, I guess. But yeah, I'm doing 25 pages in 2 weeks. That is, now that you say it, quite the number. Like, usually, it takes me 25 days to do 25 pages. And I knew I didn't have that much time with this contest at all, because I have until March 31st to get all this done. And there's over 40 pages here. Over 40, so... You know, bit of a time problem. But I'm quick, so I think I can do it. I think I got it. That one's in the middle, that one's on the top there. Let me see. Then we have a black one with a few going down. Okay. Let's take this, go here. I'm gonna make one big one, and then I'm gonna divide this one panel up into smaller panels. I think if I hold down Control, no, hold down Shift, that'll make it perfectly straight. Jesus, why do you keep doing that? So this is an easy panel that I can do very easily. So we fill in this whole thing with black. What color is black? Fill it all in with black, and then we take this pen, go with white, right along here for that little gradient. You see here what I mean? See, are you picking up what I am putting down? This page is almost done. I'm being messaged. Okay, that wasn't a me message, that was a overall ping on Discord. Oh yeah, and if I just suddenly disappear on Discord, just assume that the age verification thing demon got me. Because that is most likely what happened. I am not the type of person to just up and disappear one day. So if I do disappear on Discord, the age verification bullcrap got me. I didn't save that one. Okay. Okay. Page 26. And this is its own self-contained... What's wrong with me? This is its own self-contained story. So this isn't like an ongoing series. This is a Just a one-shot, the whole story, start to finish, right there. So, yeah, no need to worry about being like, what's next in the story of this unknown manga? It's just going to be a one-and-done thing. So, next page isn't very dense, but it has 4 panels. 4 whole panels. Wait. What am I doing here? There. That one. It's white again. Why is it white? I need it to be black. I can see that that is a little off center, so that's why I gave it a little bit more room on one side, so that I could free transform. Okay. There we go. Now we have one big panel here. Nope, not the text editor. Top, there. Now down here we have the final big panel. Two, three, four, perfect. And now there's no text on this page either. I noticed there's not a lot of text in this manga. And that is because I just want to do more visual storytelling. Page 27, I believe. Yeah, that is 27. And so then now we have page 28. Okay. So there are 5 panels on this page. So we'll start with the big one here. The big panel. Because this one will be the easiest to put in first. Then we have the... Nope. Then we have thin panel number 1. And thin panel number 2. And then panel here. Oh, now I can? What do you mean, vision mostly? Vision mostly. There's mostly vision here. Well, welcome in. I don't believe you've been here before. I don't think we've had you here before. I sound like a doctor or a dentist. I don't believe we've had you in my office before, but it's very good to have you here. Do you have a cavity or something? Oh, I just had no sound. Ah, I see. Yeah, that happens a lot over here. Where my sound just kind of dies. And then doesn't want to come back. Which is always funny. Very funny. Hi, welcome in. I hope you enjoy the stream. Contest page 28. Wowee, 28 pages in 2 weeks tomorrow. I already started this 2 weeks ago. That's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. So I'll be right back in like 2 seconds. Literally 2 seconds. So yeah. Be right back, and I'll see you in a minute. Hey, I'm back now. I gotta replace the batteries in that sign. Somebody remind me to do that. That sign needs battery replacements. Right away, too. Let's see here. Okay. So this page 25 is relatively simple. Here we have, that is not it. I don't even know if I have batteries for it, but I should. I should have battery replacements for it, at least somewhere. Let me see here. I feel like this ear is a little bit weirdly placed. I don't know what's up with that face. Oh, it needs to be bigger in the panel. I think that's it. There we go. Now we have that 1/2 of the plus, or whatever it is, right there. And we have his face here, looking up at here at the other person. I'm not going to say what's going on here because that would spoil everything for everyone. Nobody knows what's going on in this manga, and I'm going to keep it that way until it is released, until it is ready to be viewed. I am not saying a word about it, about the story, because the story is more of a, it's one of those things that has a non-story, you know what I mean? Like there's a story there, but it's also just more of an experience than a story. So if you ask me to explain the story of this manga, I would not be able to tell you. Because it's weird. I'm gonna just stop right there. Looks like he doesn't have a forehead. Alright, this hair. I need to fix this hair. Alright, undo, 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 undo. Completely undo all of that. Okay. Hair comes down like this. Okay, I'm gonna make the face way bigger so I can just cut off the parts that I don't like. So what's the manga about? Didn't someone already ask that? What's the manga about? It's dream stuff. So I dreamed this manga. I wrote this manga in a dream, right? And it's got like I would say dream stuff because I dreamed this, and we all know how dreams are. They can get very weird. So I wrote it in a dream, and then when I woke up, I wrote it down. So and also I guess because because everything that happens in this manga I dreamed, it could be considered surreal. You know what? We're just gonna make this massive, and we're not gonna keep that on the smaller side. We're gonna just have a very close up. But yeah, I'm gonna release this on Manga Plus and on you know, for the contest. So when it comes out, y'all can all read it for free if you want to. Not forcing anyone to do anything. Just saying, if you want to read this manga when it comes out, you can read it there. I have a series currently have a series on Manga Plus called Saburo. It is the manga that I have been working on for 2 years, and I had to take a break from Saburo to work on this. So I just released chapter 4 of Saburo the other day, and yeah, so there is new content. I did release new content. Yes, I'll read. Okay, okay. But you know, it's free. It's free. So I know people on the internet love free stuff. Why do you think Fortnite is so successful? I love free stuff. We all do, don't we? We all love the free things. Alright, this is frame, but we're just going to do a rectangle balloon here. What? What? Brush size. Okay. I'm going to put that over that. And now we're going to use a balloon tail. We're going to take this down a notch. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I release all my manga stuff for free now because I I tried to do the first release of Saburo, the first 2 chapters, called it a volume, and then released it on Amazon for $20, and months went by, no one bought it. Only 2 people bought it, and those were friends of mine. So nobody was reading it, and nobody was taking a look at it. So then I decided, hey, whatever, I'll release it for free online and shift over from the volume by volume basis releases to just chapter releases. And I think I have over 12,000 reads, views on Saburo. And that's just from the first 4 chapters. So we'll see where it goes from here on. Alright, I gotta bring this hairline down a little bit. Says every man. Gotta bring down that hairline. Do that so I can patch this up later. Hello. Hello. Alright, let's just make him a little bit bigger so he fills out the frame. I gotta keep that center line there. Usually I don't need the center line that much, but when it's perspectives like this, I'll just keep it. When it's kind of this above shot a little bit, I keep it there. Just so I keep everything the way it should be. I think I should take the eyes and twist them just a little bit. But yeah, if you are considering going to read Saburo, do keep in mind it is horror. And if the art in the beginning chapters looks rough, that's because I drew it like 2 years ago. And me 2 years ago was not good at drawing. Not very good. But I just decided, hey, I may as well not wait to just do my thing. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And I don't care that it looks bad. That's how my art looked at the time, and that's how it is. Wait, I need to make the body smaller because it's a child. Like this. Then the hip box. Now the pants. The long shirt here. It's not a long shirt, but it is a shirt that is too large for the person that is wearing it. Just put that cross there on the mask. Then the hair coming out the sides. Make it slightly bigger too, so he fills out the frame. Because the frame, you know, you want to fill that out maybe. Sometimes. If that's what you're going for, you want every panel to be packed, then you need to fill out every frame. Keep it as full as possible. But if you really want that, like, emptiness type of vibe, then, you know, then empty up the panel. Okay. That's page 25 sketched. Time for page 26. And I had to tremendously cut down on the amount of pages for this manga, because usually, you know, I spend a million years showing everything in some of my pages. Some, not all. I, you know, try to keep it as tight and compact as possible just so it doesn't get boring and the reader loses interest in what's going on because I'm explaining way too much. Or, you know, showing way too much. But here, making this manga kind of taught me some stuff about keeping page count down, you know. Because usually a single chapter of my manga is like 40 pages long on its own. 40 to 50 pages for one chapter. Forgot I gotta add a bubble. Speech bubble. Oh, that's perfect in the center. This is a rounded balloon. I don't need that. I need the ellipse. Just keep it a bigger panel if I want to. Here we go. Like that. Then add the balloon tail. Yes, make that. The balloon tail. To show that the person is saying it. Usually I don't talk to myself when I'm doing manga like this. But since I'm streaming, that's what I'm doing. You know, you got to keep up that entertainment. Here, I'll jingle some... I don't have any keys. USB cable. Jingle the USB cable in front of their face. Hey, hey, there's something going on here. USB cable. Kind of looks like he has a lazy eye. You don't want that. Unless your character has a lazy eye. Shouldn't look like your character has a lazy eye. And if you personally have a lazy eye, then that's perfectly fine. I don't care. Doesn't matter how you look. Alright, that's page 26 done. Page 27. Now, usually for the backgrounds, I always make a layer called back. As in background. Hit that point in the music when it just goes silent. We've been going that long. Everyone, anyone else played Team Fortress 2? Well, I've played Team Fortress 2 with my brother, and I actually like it. It's actually not that bad. I thought hero shooters were, like, not the coolest thing. Not the best thing. But Team Fortress is different because it has personality and actual characters that I like. Like, I've never played, like, Overwatch or Apex Legends or any other hero shooter. But I can say that I like Team Fortress. If you haven't, you should. It's free. Well, not everybody has a PC to play Team Fortress on, because it's on Steam. I'll make him a little smaller. What's it about? Oh, it's a, see, it's not a, it doesn't have a story. It's just a shooter where you, it's an online game where you fight again. It's 12 versus 12 players, kind of like Counter-Strike. But in it, you just have these different characters like the scout, the medic, heavy, a spy, an engineer, a soldier, a demolitions guy, a pyrotechnics guy, you know, and you just duke it out. You all fight against, you know, it's red team versus blue team, and it's a lot of fun, actually. You know, me explaining it doesn't make it sound fun, but it is quite fun, and I've been enjoying playing it with my brother online for the past few days. But it's, you know, a PC game. It's on Steam. If you have Steam, then, you know, great. But if you don't, then don't worry about it, because it's not... It is on Xbox and stuff. Yeah, maybe it's fun when you're playing with someone else. Yeah, especially when you're like, you know, voice chat type of thing. And it's always an online game, so you can't play it. I have Steam, yeah. Oh yeah, I love Steam. Steam is great. It is it is the best. I've gotten so many refunds, man. You won't believe how many times they let me have my money back. Like, I tried to refund a DLC that I accidentally bought. You know, I didn't know that it wouldn't work on the Switch, and there went my $5. Never ever got a refund for that. I tried, but I couldn't. And then, you know, I'm like, this game doesn't work on my PC, or I don't like this game on Steam, and they're like, sure, have your money back. And one time I had technical difficulties with some stuff, and they were like, oh god, I'm so sorry about that. Here, we'll let you have a free game. Just have a free game, any of your choosing. Which one do you want? And I said Silent Hill F, because it was new, relatively new. And they were like, sure, here you go. Now it's on your account. You have the game. And I'm playing it, and I love it. So, you know, that's great. If you have a major issue like I did, not a major issue, but an issue, then Steam is great. They have great customer service. Like, I've never had that, you know, on PlayStation or Nintendo ever. Like, none of that. But yeah, Team Fortress 2 is free, and it doesn't even take up that much space. It's like maybe 30 gigs. I'm playing it on my Steam Deck because I want to use my computer for work, right? So I'll play it on my Steam Deck, and it runs just fine over there. So if you have the stats of a Steam Deck, or you know, the equivalence of, or more than, the stats of a Steam Deck, then you're going to be able to play Team Fortress 2. This needs to be 50%. Oh, this is a close-up. And there's so many great free games on Steam. Like, you know, you can play Doki Doki Literature Club for free. Like, I haven't played it yet, but it's on my account. And it's free. You know, Team Fortress, Counter-Strike, Marvel Rivals. PC is just one of the best, like, out there. Okay, so for this panel, I want to bring in a picture as a perspective grid. Import an image. Now, I don't know if... Okay, let me check this. Bring it to the other monitor. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna bring in this image as a perspective guideline type of thing, so I know what I'm doing. I know this is like technically kind of cheating, but it's not like I'm going to sit here for hours trying to figure out how this perspective works. I know how perspective works, and I would love to sit here and do it all day. But I have a limited amount of time that I can do this for. Limited amount of time to make this manga in, and, you know, a limited amount of patience, let's say. Looking good, though. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just going to use the basic framework for this here. And then, of course, I'm going to go in and draw everything by myself. But just to get that perspective down, I'm going to do this here, just so I can get it right. You know what? I'm going to do, like, just full plain box for the chairs. For the seats, not chairs. I'm just drawing some art. Cool, cool, cool. If you were in the Discord, I don't know if you are in my Discord server, but if you were, I would say, hey, share it. I'd like to see. You know, that would be groovy. Groovy. You know. Just gonna add this perspective down here. Oh, you've got a Discord? Yeah, I do have Discord. I have a art-based Discord server where I, announce stuff, talk about things. It's not an art Discord server specifically. It is just a Discord server. But I do talk about art on there, and there's all kinds of people on there. If you want to, I can drop a link to it. Oh, wait. If you're on YouTube, you can just join through the channel description that I have. So there's just a, in the channel description, there is a link that you can use to join. Right. But that is only if you want to join. Okay. Now, as I can see, this is just a straight, flat top here. This is a train from 1902, I think. And it is what I'm going to be using for reference here. There we go. That is the perspective grid. Now I think I'm going to put him in like this chair. What if I just used this picture? That would be funny. But I'm not going to do that because this picture does not belong to me. And I would vastly prefer drawing an actual background for myself. So I'm going to go and find that reference picture. And then I'm just going to look at it and sample from that. Okay, there's the reference. Let's move this to the side so I can read chat. There we go. Now I can hide this and go up here and start detailing, I guess. So first of all, how many chairs do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 seats on each side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a box here for this seat, representing the back of the seat, obviously. Then I'll just draw each seat. Not exactly 11, but whatever, right? I think I'm going to go back to the... Like, it takes a while for me to do backgrounds. So I'm going to go here and just use... That is something completely different. That is not a seat. That is something different. Okay. So here, have the armrest there. Just going to represent that as a box. Then we have the actual seat here. just using this as a rough base so I know what I'm doing here, because I want this to look right. Of course, I can do the perspective by myself, but I'm tired. But it's not like I'm just ripping off the photograph, just taking the photo, drawing my character in, and then calling that a day. Okay. Now I have a more solid foundation. And here I'm gonna put in the borders for the windows. Window in the center of that door. I really like how this train looks, though. So I am going to keep the design of the train. I'm just going to use it as a both reference and, you know, art. There's also little windows up here. Okay. Now I know this is way closer to the actual image, but that's okay because I would have wanted the specific train anyway. So let's go in with a very fine pen, and then do all this. Let me check my phone real quick because it keeps going off here. I'll add stitching, lining, and all kinds of stuff in the detailing phase. This is kind of the detailing phase in a way. Like, I'm adding lots of small details to this artwork. I'm going to take the easy one and take this, copy it. Horizontal. Yep. Now there would be a window here. And a window here. Gotta remember that perspective so this window doesn't get wonky. Doesn't wander off into its own direction. I want to get this done in a very normal amount of time, so I'm not going to spend a billion years drawing every individual window until I get to the inking stage. Then I will spend a million years drawing each and every window. Yeah, you good. And I'm not using a symmetry tool because that would be also kind of weird looking. Like the photo isn't symmetrical and real life isn't perfectly symmetrical. This is handmade, like, you know, obviously both the manga and the train themselves. So I think I should keep the human errors, like the slight wobbly, wonky nature of real things made by real humans. Gonna have the side be a little bit bent, just a little bit. That line there, get rid of that. Would y'all technically call this cheating? Because I think I would. Because I didn't technically draw that picture. That picture was a photograph. You know, it was an actual picture taken by someone a long time ago. So technically I didn't really draw it as a scene. Using references is fine. Right, but I traced over the overall what's it called? The perspective. Or does anybody not care? Is that something that nobody cares about these days? Is that just one of those topics that's like, yeah, trace over the thing. No one cares, doesn't matter. Then we're going to have light pouring in from this side. So I'm going to show the light with red lines on top of everything. So then we'll have light spilling in through the windows. There we go. That's where the light's going to be coming from. And now, where did my... Okay, that's the background. Yeah, I just drew that on the background layer. That's fine. That's fine, doesn't matter. Okay, also we have these little... Oh, Jesus. These little... I think they're luggage holders. So I'm just gonna... not in that color. So it's like a tube here. Of course it has like a mesh thing, but I'm just putting in the rough shape in right now. This is like a very thick window, so it goes like that, and then here like this. And I think also up here in the first panel, having light spill in like this. You know what I mean? Having light coming in like that would add more visual interest. That's what you need. At least what I need. That's what I need for my manga projects. I want a lot of visual interest to be there, something interesting to look at while you're reading a mediocre story. I'll make him smaller. just so the size seems more imposing. Sitting there in the center of the seat. Alright, I'm going to go back in with a red on top, yet. And then draw that light back in. I think that just about does it for that. Okay. Now it's saved. Just one page to go. Oh, jeez, am I tired? Not tired of working, but like, or tired like, but like, drained. Jeez, I have, wow, worked on a lot of pages today. I mean, it's not like a billion pages worked on or anything, but it is more than I'm usually used to. You know, sketching in red would be cool, but I think the black is better. It helps me keep the cohesion. Center it, make it a little bit bigger. I don't think doing all that up there would be good. I think just that. Wait, what? Okay, that's right. I thought I was wrong here. That, yeah. But yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying the stream, because I sure am. Anytime I get to draw on stream, or anytime I get to draw, period, is always fun for me. Oops. That's not good. I'm loving the stream. Okay, very good, very good. Makes me happy with if people like the stream. You know. It means I'm doing at least a good job in one department. Just 2 more panels. Hang in there, you can do it. Oh, jeez. Alright, let me think. What do I need to draw for this one? Do you also have to plan for each panel you draw? Yes. I need to, you know, I have a storyboard here. As you can see. This is the storyboard for the pages that we're doing right now. And I drew these a while ago. And it's so I have a good grasp of what I want on the page. Because I don't go in just raw and, you know, just freewheeling it, winging it. I don't wing it. I never wing it for any of my manga. Any chapter or anything. I always go in with a plan. You know, intentional paneling, framing, timing, setup, stuff like that. Well, that is cool. Thank you. You know, I'm thinking I could release the manga and then have like a PDF file that y'all could have to show you how I made the manga. You know, I was thinking of doing that sometime. Maybe. Just have all the storyboards there, have all the, you know, all the character design sheets that I've made for it. Yeah, I'd like to see them. Yeah, I mean, I guarantee y'all could barely decipher what's in these storyboards, but I'm thinking after I'm done with, you know, done with this manga, and it's published and finished and y'all could read it, then I will take everything that you know, all the materials that I made, all the sheets and designs and notes that I made for this, and then put them together into something that y'all could read. Like a behind the scenes kind of, but, you know, less of a big deal. Dude, that would be so cool. Don't worry, I know Saturn Duck, so it's okay. I'm not ripping on anyone. Live reaction. Now you good. Yeah, I have that live reaction scene, and I made that just for those jokes, because I use it a lot. And I love the live reaction scene. Oh, actually, it is indeed a live reaction. Yeah, that's also the point of it being on a live stream. Like before, I just had a wide cam. I don't think I have it. Yeah, it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, I got rid of the wide camera. It was basically the same as what I have here now, but just wide. There is nothing else, no live reaction banner or anything cool. So it was much less interesting. But then I switched to the live reaction, and I think that made it funnier. Let's see, just do this so I know there's the seat back there. Alright, final panel. Now this one does have perspective in it and stuff, so I need to figure that out. And it's not anything that I can just trace over, so now y'all will know that I'm an actual artist. Door here. Nope, that won't work. Window. Put that there. Oh, hi, Lika. Welcome in. We're on the final panel of the final, not final page, but the final page of the stream. So we have page 25. There's a lot of YouTube viewers today somehow. Really? How many? I can't see the numbers. I can never see the numbers for how many people we have. Let's So I'm always completely clueless as to how many of you there are. Alright, almost done here. Come on, we can do this. Like this, like that, like that. Just add some miscellaneous perspective grids to burn time. Perspective? No way. My man can actually do perspective? That's crazy. Actual perspective guy. Yeah, I'm the perspective guy. I'm gonna add a slight curve to the seats, because that's how seats be seatin'. Be seatin' ya. It's like be seeing ya. Be seatin' ya. Okay, that was not funny. But when something is unfunny, we move on and never speak of it again. Okay. I guess I can do another round of sketching. Here, the seat. I have a funny story about a train. So, in East Germany, it gets very cold, right? And this was in the winter time. And, you know, I was little, so this was a long time ago now. And we went, me and my family went to this Christmas train, basically. So it was like snowing, middle of December, and they had this old train from I don't know how old it would be. It was a very old train, you know, the type that you would see out in the Old West, kind of like this train, but you know, a little less insulated and stuff. So it's the middle of December, and it is cold outside. 1700s. Yeah, probably. And it was cold. Very much cold. And you know, I didn't exactly have, you know, for some reason, as a little kid, I decided, hey, I'm going to be fashionable and not practical with my clothing situation. So rather than wearing winter boots, snowshoes, I wore sneakers, just regular tennis shoes. And I got onto this Christmas train, which was all decorated, very nice for Christmas, as they do in East Germany. And you know, I get on, I'm like, oh, okay, it's kind of cold in here. They had one little, in the corner, they had one little charcoal, like fireplace, you know, like one of those tubes that you see that has the grill in the front. And then it has the exhaust that goes out. And they had one of those in the train. And, you know, it rides around for a while through the snow. It's beautiful, beautiful thing. And you know, after a while, my feet start getting a little bit cold, and they get progressively colder as the ride goes on, and colder and colder and colder and colder. And so after the train ride was done, my feet were so cold that I, number one, couldn't feel them anymore. Number two, there was nothing but pain. And it was just the most miserable thing of all time. I loved being on the train. It was beautiful and fun. But my feet nearly froze off of my legs. Like, this was really bad. This was not fun. And then after I started warming up my feet, you know, bundled them up, got them all warm, the pain of warming up set in, And that was even worse than being cold. So, that was just, you know, and then after that, I learned to actually wear appropriate clothes in the cold. So now I'm like, oh, it's going to be cold? It's going to snow? Okay, give me my winter boots. Get me my boots. So, you know, little kid learns to actually bundle up in the cold. But that was, you know, and drawing this train just constantly reminds me of that. And it was so funny. It was such a funny... so yeah, just had a little story there for all you train enthusiasts. I know you're out there somewhere. Alright, there we go. Now we have the background here. Now all we need to do is add his face, and then we will be done with all of this. Just very small here. We don't want him taking up too much of the frame. Oh, I actually have to go now. So, bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm gonna wrap up stream in like 5 minutes or so. Just a few minutes. Because I need to finish drawing this. But yeah, I'm wrapping up stream soon anyway. So there wouldn't be much reason to hang around much. But thank you very much for coming by today. You know, everybody that comes by means a lot. And yeah. Also, I joined your server. Thank you very much. That means a lot too. Everything that everybody does, whether it's watching the streams, joining my Discord server, subscribing, following, liking, whatever, it all means a lot. And you know, it means that you like the content enough to do something. So, I want to thank all of you for watching today's stream. 3 hours, 33 minutes, the witching hour. So, yeah. I think that'll just about do it for today's stream, too. You know, we did a lot. So we inked 2 pages. And I drew this, and this, and this, and also, did you forget about this? So this is a little bit more sketch-like, but that's fine. It's a sketch. That's why it's here. So tomorrow I will ink all these pages, and then day after tomorrow, yeah, that'll happen. So I want to thank all of you for watching today's stream. I will try to get new batteries for this Happy Birthday Joe sign, because I love that sign. In case you're new here, thank you for watching, by the way. I stream every Wednesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. And, yeah. So, thank you everybody for joining my Discord, for everything like that. So, I will see you all next time. See you all on Friday. And I will update you guys if anything new happens with the GameCube or just anything in general. So, I will see you all next time. Hope you enjoyed, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.